You know, everyone wants to come in here and shame us red pill men, right? And the number one shaming tactic that they use, at least from my point of view that I've experienced, was who hurt you? Now, a lot of girls have hurt me in the past. The list is very long. Yeah, sure. We all have been hurt before. We've all been burned before. Who are watching these videos, who are making these content. That's why we're here. We didn't just wake up one morning and said, hey, you know what? Life is all happy and dandy. My girlfriend been sucking me off 5 times a day. I'm gonna go watch some red pill videos. No, we did not just say that. Something happened. We got traumatized by something in our life. Could be a girlfriend problem, could be a wife problem, could be a divorce problem, could be a job problem. You know, you got fired from a place that you have put out everything into. Whatever it is, I don't care. But something have had to happen that brought you to the red pill. Now, here's my question to those people who are shaming us, okay? The blue pill guys, the guy, and girls, really, you know? I don't want to sit here and say that red pill women don't shame men who are red pilled, because they do. What's a red pill woman? A red pill woman mainly is somebody who understands and knows the value between the value of what's in between her legs. That's really what a red pill woman is. But even then, she'll shame us men because she thinks it's incentivizing us to keep pouring our hard-earned money and attention and energy into her. So at the end of the day, it benefits her. She knows the game and she's playing it perfectly fine, just fine. And that's why it's our job, our duty, to keep making these videos to remind guys that, hey, this is what's really happening anyways. So this is my question to those people who don't agree with us. Let's address the men first. Let's say you have a girlfriend. You're in high school, you're in college, whatever, right? Let's say you have a girlfriend. I want you to make two different tallies, all right? Two different tables. The first table is going to be how many times are you having sex with your girlfriend? I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious. Every single time you have had sex with your girlfriend, as long as you can remember, and from this point on moving forward, I want you to put a line, and then another line, and another line, and another line, and then tally it up, add it all up. And on the next table, every single time you have had sex with her, I want you to write a number from 1 to 10. And that number is going to rate how you feel about her or the relationship, or the relationship after. That's a very, very important word right there. After you have busted your nut. After you're done fooling around in the bedroom and she's laying next to you. How do you feel? All right? How good or bad or whatever. Let's just say how good. How good do you feel from 1 to 10? 1 being the absolute worst, that man, I can't stand this bitch anymore. 10 being the absolute best. She's the best thing that has ever happened to me. Keeping track of that. And please be honest with yourself. And then I want you to notice the pattern at the end of the year. Or at the end of 2 years, all right? However long you guys end up dating, all right? And I say that because you will break up, brother. You will, I promise you. 98% of relationships end up in breakups. They don't last. And we already know the divorce rates. So even the ones that do end up in a marriage are now facing even greater risks of not working out together. Because after marriage, another whole new battle starts of keeping this together. Because that's what it really is. Relationship is work. It's a lot of work. We want to think back to the good times after a breakup. We want to think back to the times where everything was sunshine and roses. But we never want to think about the hard times. It's not really we don't want to think about it. It's just our memory works in that way. That's just how our brain works. It always wants to flash us back to those good times. Bring those good times back into the front of our head, not the bad times. That's just how our memory works. But it's the bad times where the relationship really is happening is those grinding days, those days you guys are fighting, those days you guys can't stand each other, those days you are not going out and not doing anything, just staying at home watching TV, eating something, and living a regular people life. Those are your actual relationship days. Those are where the relationship is actually happening. It's either A, when the bad times are happening, or B, it's neutralized. Not when the good times are happening. That's the cupcake phase, right? Anyway, so keeping track of that till the end of your relationship. And then ask yourself, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Now you might come in here and say that, Zeke, yes it was. I learned a lot of lessons. I wised up. And I'm not going to make the same mistakes anymore after that. Ask yourself the following questions then, after you just told me that you have learned a lot of lessons. Why do I still keep chasing after women? Why am I still dating the same type of girl that I've just got out of a relationship with? The same type of girl who burnt me. Why? If you really learned your lesson, first of all, you would not be chasing ass. You would be focusing on yourself because you have really figured it out that your relationship didn't work because she was being hypergamous, first of all. See, regardless of how crappy you treated her, your woman would have never left you if she knew that you have other options. If she knew that you are the best she can do. The reason why your woman left you is because she knew that you're not the best she can do. She can do much better. How does she know that? Because she clearly saw that you're letting your masculine side go. She clearly saw that you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a man in the relationship. And she clearly saw that you don't have any other options. That's why she left you, first of all. We always want to be very quick to judge ourselves and say, hey, if I brought her flowers one more time, if I took her out here, if I took her out there, she would have stayed. We're very quick to say all of these things about ourselves, right? But we all know women's true nature. And you know that too, brother. You blue pill simp right there, you know that too. Do you know how you know that? All you have to do is look at the guy she's messing around with now, after you. Or maybe she cheated on you. Look at the guy she cheated on you with. You probably will never figure out 100% if she cheated on you or not, because women are very, very, very good at hiding their infidelities, right? But just look at the guys in her past, and then look at the guys she's gonna be with in the future. These guys all have this same trait in common. What is that? That is that they have options, and she knows that, and they're not afraid to let her go, and she knows it as well, and that's why she can't get enough of them. So clearly you did not learn your lesson on that, because the more you chase, the more you bring your value down. Second thing, you would have wised up about picking the right type of girl to begin with. The reason why you got burnt once and then everybody told you, oh, you just met the wrong one, just meet the right one, and then you go chase again and you get burnt again twice, 3 times, 4 times, is because you did not learn shit in the first time anyways. If you really got your lessons, you wouldn't have been chasing, first of all, after any kind of woman. And second of all, you would have been way smarter about the type of woman you're dealing with. That's why you haven't learned shit. And that's why I want you to keep in track of those 2 things and see how quickly your relationship goes to shit as a blue pill guy. Is how many times you're having sex and how you felt afterwards each time. And I just answered your question about, was it really worth it? No, it wasn't, brother. Don't lie to yourself like this. Wise men don't do the same shit twice. Albert Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So, Instead of chasing ass, you want to know answers. Instead of getting burnt, you want to know answers. So you get on Google, get on YouTube, and search, why did my girlfriend leave me? And then you find videos like this, other Red Pill content creators' videos. And then you finally understand about the Red Pill, or somewhat understand, right? Now this message is going towards my Red Pill brothers. And then you are Red Pill, you understand women's nature, you understand why women do things that they do. But now the question is, do you really accept it? Because if you really accept it and really want to live this Red Pill lifestyle, by the way, living the Red Pill lifestyle is not easy. It's hard work. It's tiring. It's grind, day in and day out. So it's not for everyone, I understand. But if you finally accept it, you will live this lifestyle, I promise you. Because you will see that all the answers are in the palm of your hand now. You know it all, thanks to the Red Pill. So after you finally accept it, now, why are you so butthurt about why this woman is doing this and that woman is doing that? You understand that women want a better man. You know that women are hypergamists, so why aren't you using their hypergamy in your own advantage? What do I mean by that? Is that just self-improve? I'm not even going to go into details about self-improving and purpose, all right? You guys know what to do. You have plenty of information now. You know what to do to change your life, how to make your life better. I'm not going to keep beating the dead horse. Now let's talk about ladies. Ladies, same question to you. Was it worth it? I want you ladies to keep track of two different things, all right? Number one, actually, I don't even want you to keep in track of anything, because I know ladies, y'all are lazy as fuck. All right? Ladies are more lazy than guys sometimes. So anyways, ladies, I just want you to answer these questions for yourself. Is that, yes, I know that you are getting free dates from all these simps. I know that you're getting free dick whenever you want, wherever you want, however you like it. And I also know that you're getting all this attention when you're in your early 20s, mid-20s, late teens. But my question to you is, are all these free likes on Instagram, all this free attention, all these free dates, all this free dick, is this all worth it? Because what are you missing, both men and women, in today's society? Men are missing that purpose from their life that they don't have. They don't have a meaning to their life. And they're also missing somebody to share that meaningful life with. Women are missing a wholesome girlfriend / relationship / wife / marriage experience. Men and women have two different purposes in life, by the way, biologically. So women, was it really worth it of going through all this heartache, heartburn? Because you ladies get burned too. I know you do, by all these players. So was it really all worth it, ladies? I know it wasn't. I know the answer. I'm still asking you. Getting all these free things, all this free attention. Sure, you're living your best life right now. Then what? You're still miserable every single night you go to bed, knowing that none of these guys actually want you for who you are, actually give a shit about you, actually want to build something meaningful with you. They just want a piece of that ass. That's it. Fulfillingly knowing that. And you know that in the back of your head. It's not in the front of your head, ladies. You know that in the back of your head. And that's why you kind of push that thought aside. Because you know that this is going to drive you crazy. And you don't want to face the reality. You want to run from it. You want these Instagram likes to be your quick fixes and give you that quick boost and hit of self-confidence, hit of self-validation that lets you go through the day, and the next day starts and the same process starts. That's what you want. And fellas, when I asked you that question, was it worth it? I want you to then look at your elderly men's life around you. Your dad, your grandpa, whatever. Look at their life and talk to them and really ask them these questions and really Ask their honest opinion, honest answer. I have talked to tons of older men and women, and they all said that fucking around like this in their early ages was not the right move to go. Was not the right move to do. Was not the right thing to do. That's why I'm asking you guys the same question right now. I'm only 22 years old. And I'm very lucky that I figured this all out by myself at a very early age. And I just want to pass it on to you. Because the next generation is the future. And the next generation is my target audience. Ladies, if you really learned your lesson, if you come in here and give me the same bullshit men do, oh yeah, I learned my lesson. If you really learned your lesson, then why are you getting burned by the same type of guys? Why is your body count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 22, 25? Why? Your body count should have stopped at 1. And the second guy should have been the only guy for the rest of your life if you really learned your lessons. But no, you didn't. Why? Because you're distracted. Distracted by what your friends are saying, what our friends are putting you in your head. Distracted by what you are seeing on Instagram, what you're hearing on your music lyrics, what you're seeing on the media, on TV, what you're hearing from your parents. That's what you're distracted by. To really sit down and think for your own damn self is that, what the hell am I doing? I'm matching with all these guys on Tinder. All these guys wanting to take me out. But why am I still unhappy? Why am I not able to find one guy, the best guy for me, who really loves me and cares for me? Why? Why do I suck at vetting men out? And why do I keep fucking with the wrong hoes? If you're a guy watching this. So here's my crazy idea, all right? I'm going to wrap this video up. Here's a very crazy thought. Crazy idea. All right? Check this out. As a guy, for the most part, we masturbate a lot more than we fuck. Right? We all know this. We take care of our needs by ourselves with our own hands a lot more times in our entire life than we do having sex with a woman. If you want to really add up the numbers, go ahead and do so. From this point on, keep a tally, keep track of how many times you masturbate versus how many times you have sex with a woman. Then ask yourself, when the difference is so big and I'm sleeping with women in real life only for this amount of numbers, only for this amount of time, but I'm still chasing and wasting the majority of my other time trying to increase this amount of time with women instead of actually focusing on myself. But in reality, nothing is really happening. I'm still masturbating more, or the same amount that I used to. So this chasing game is really not working. Then why am I still doing this? Does that kind of make sense? You're sleeping with less women than you are masturbating, right? Let's say you masturbate 10 days in a row. You're going to sleep and you sleep with only one woman in one night. But then the next 10 days, you chase after more and more women, trying to increase that number of 1 woman to 2 women to 3 women to 4 women. But it's not working out for you. Chasing ass is not working out for you. So you're back to square one of masturbating. So all this time you just wasted chasing after all these women just went to shit. Then you just kind of threw those time away. So what was the point behind it? There was no point. You just wasted all this time. So why are you still doing it instead of actually focusing on yourself and building your life up, and then vetting these women out as well, and only messing around with good quality women? No, just looks doesn't make her a good quality woman. What makes a woman a good quality woman? That's another video topic. That's a crazy idea to think about, right, fellas? But it's very simple. And ladies, here's your crazy idea, right? Instead of just opening your legs up for every guy who makes you feel, who gives you some sort of butterfly feelings, gives you some sort of goosebumps, why aren't you vetting these guys out? Because you do have a lot of guys to screen from in your phone. So why aren't you doing that? Why are you being so easy? A lock that gets opened by 100 different keys is a shitty lock. But a key that can open 100 different locks is a master key. So all these guys who want to sleep with you is not a credit. But if a high value man, a man who has his stuff together, wants you, wants to sleep with you, and also wants to keep you in his life, that, now you're cooking with something. That means that guy sees that you have some sort of value, ladies, and that's why he wants you in his life, because high value men don't fuck around with their time. They're very selective about who they give their time to. So why don't you vet these men out? These player guys out, these hot guys, these Chads and Tyrone. I know it's very crazy of an idea to think about, right? Like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I'm dating 3 men every single year, and after that I'm hooking up with 5 other guys every single year. I'm having the best time of my life. Why do I gotta vet any of these out? Because you're forgetting to see the long-term effect. And if you really don't believe me, then go talk to somebody who's older, ladies. And really ask them the questions that I told the men to ask their older gentlemen. Ask the same questions to the older ladies. Now, a lot of the times you're going to get some false answers, right? But that's why you have to ask the right type of questions. Mom, grandma, what do you really feel about grandpa? Was there another guy before you, in your life before grandpa? How did you feel about him? Because I promise you, your mom, your grandma, every single woman has had some sort of Tyrone or Chad in their life who gave her the goosebumps, who gave her those butterfly feelings. And see how even to this day, their eyes get excited even thinking about those guys that were in their life 40, 50, 60 years ago. And that will give you the answer, is that my mom and my grandma really just settled for my dad and my grandpa. Because they saw that they're getting old and they didn't have any other choice. Is that the life I want to have? Or do I really want to be attracted, really attracted to the guy I'm really with because he's also alpha? And I want to give him everything that I have. Because once you lose your virginity, ladies, you're not giving me your 100%. You're giving me a fraction of your 100%. You sleep with 3 guys, you're giving me 1/3 of you. You're sleeping with four guys, you're giving me 1/4 of you. 8 guys, 1/8 of you. So only the first guy gets 100% of you. And you ladies will never understand this concept as why we men value virginity so much more than you ladies do. You'll never understand it, so I don't expect you to either. You're not a man, you don't have a dick in between your legs. You don't have testosterone running through your veins. And you don't have balls. You don't think like us. Men and women, again, are not equal. We're different. And that difference makes us strong. Follow me on Instagram at Zeekpeak. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope this video made sense. I really do. If you have any questions, leave it below in the comment section. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.